It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and it's Sunday Funday. And I have spent the morning packing for our move, preparing the house for showings. Greg has been out in the garage working miracles. But the fun thing today was going over to visit with Albert and Aaron. Aaron had a birthday. He's a follower in the next town over in Bonita, California, and his mom bought me for him for his birthday, basically. So we spent a couple of hours just walking through his garden and visiting and having a really great time. Just love you guys so much, really. Happy birthday, Aaron. It was such a great pleasure to meet you. And thank you for the smoothie and the passion fruit and the granola. All right, when I came home today, I was looking for a video, and this just jumped out and bit me. My ceramic shell. I mean, look at this. What a hot mess. I have reworked this thing 2 or 3 times, and this is just what happens, you know? I mean, after a certain amount of time, the plants just invariably grow and it just loses all of its luster. So that's what's happened here. I love this arrangement. As you can see, the plants are all thriving, but they've gotten really leggy. This arrangement stays here under this pergola year round, and it gets dappled sun, filtered shade. It's just the happiest of places and arrangements. It's really the best spot in my whole garden. So I'm not at all worried about manipulating it in the middle of the summer because it's just a perfect environment. I'm going to go ahead and pull out all of these plants. Now, I really love the Creva top dressing on this shell, but I don't have any more Creva, so I have a different type of rock that I'm going to use as a new top dressing because I knew that by pulling everything out, I wasn't going to be able to utilize this white Creva anymore. So remember that. If you decide to rework an arrangement, think about your top dressing. Are you going to be able to repurpose it, or are you going to need to get some fresh? And sometimes it's fun to mix it up and just do something different, huh? So here we have a little Graptosedum ghosty, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right there. And then this is a plant that I will then be able to reset like so. So see what I did there, guys? I fixed it. But, you know, there's different ways, you know, more than one way to skin a cat. So I don't know if I want to just cut and reset as I go, or if I want to cut them, take them all out, cut them, and then reinvent this. No, you know, I think I'm just going to cut and reset because I really like this configuration of plants. Here is a Sedum Adolphi. Boy, this is really in there. There we go. And these plants, remember, I just did this probably 6 months ago and set these all back in as cuttings. So this has just been the new growth over the last 6 months. They have established new root systems. So no biggie. I'll just start over again. And some of you that are new to the channel may be wondering what in God's name I am doing. This is a subjective thing. I don't like the look of leggy plants for the most part, and I think that this arrangement looks a lot more attractive when everything is nice and flush and close to the ground. So that is why I am cutting the plants up and resetting them so that it's kind of like a haircut, right? You know, your hair gets too long, gets a little unshapely, so you have it trimmed. And with succulents, obviously I don't want to cut off the top part, right? That wouldn't work. So we just cut from the bottom. It is very contrary to everything you've ever been taught as a traditional gardener, but this is just how we work with these plants. All right, whoopsie, I'll save that. This, I don't think that I worked with as a cutting last time because this root system is really super established. Ow. I put this little thimble cactus in here. This is, I think, the first time I ever mixed my mediums and planted a cactus in with my succulents. And you know, I really love that. I really love that look. This container also does not have any drainage. I bought this at a thrift store a number of years ago, and I don't remember why. Actually, you know what? I do remember why. I was commissioned to do some containers for one of my son's colleagues, friends, or some, 6 degrees of separation thing. And so they didn't really give me a whole lot of direction as to what they might want in the, as a container. So I thought this might be a good choice, and I sent a picture, and she didn't like it. She said it wasn't contemporary enough. So I decided to keep it for myself, and that really worked out because I love it. All right, so I'm going to cut these up. This is a plant that I don't work with very often, only because I don't often see it available at the nursery. I think it's an echeveria, but I'm not exactly sure what it is beyond that. Okay, so we'll set these back in place. And this arrangement, when I had done it originally, I had left some space between the plants because I wanted it to emulate the ocean and be a, kind of a themed plant. This to be kind of coral reef looking. So I don't want to cram all of these plants back in here if it's going to be too dense. So that one I dropped on the ground, oh, I picked that back up, didn't I? Yeah, I did put it back in. I may not use all these plants again in this arrangement. We'll see how it goes. Because I do want to honor the original look. I really liked the look of space. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to pull out all of this detritus. I have a surprise for you too, guys, at the end of this little video when I'm done. And no, it's not my silver play button. That hasn't come yet, but I was notified that it is indeed on the way. So maybe next week it'll come. And when it does, I will wait and we will open it together. We will unbox it together. All right, now I think this little superbum right here, I don't know. I'm kind of digging that. What do you think? The way it looks right now. I know I just went on and on about how I don't like leggy plants, but actually that one I'm kind of digging. So let me pull my alternative top dressing. I've got some little black kind of matte colored rock. Let me go ahead and pop that in. And I water this ever so gently since it doesn't have any drainage. I just slop water on this occasionally. Gosh, I wish I could be more specific for you, but so much of learning how to work with these plants is just trial and error, isn't it? Because we all live in different places, different zones, different microclimates. We all deal with different challenges with the weather. So you just kind of have to figure out and become an expert on your own area. Now, one thing that I also want to do with this arrangement, since I do want it to have kind of a coral reef undersea vibe, is I want to make sure that I've got undulations, even within this small context. Look at this cool little lava rock. I want to make sure that there's some ebb and flow in here. I don't want it to be one-dimensional. So let me go like that. How do you like this black rock? I can't really tell since I'm looking at this from behind, but I think I like it. I know the white Creva was really beachy, which of course was kind of the point, but hey, any port in a storm, right? This is what I had out in the garage. I'm just going to use it. You know, your local Walmart, anywhere where they sell fish. I know that's a weird thing to say, but, and by fish, I don't mean to eat, I mean like aquarium fish. Probably you can find some really fun, colorful rocks and pebbles that are, you know, technically aquarium rock, but there's no reason why you can't use that as top dressing in your potted arrangements. If you're looking for other resources for top dressings, that could work. All right, this is a Sedum Vera Higgins. It's one of my faves. Vera Higgins? No. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's a sedum. And I think that's enough plants. And these two little guys I will move over into my gutters. Okay. All right, let me backfill this. Promise, this is the most fun you will ever have. Okay. All right, Greg, do you see where I missed anything? Are there any gaps? Low spots? High spots? Okay, I really love that little thimble cactus in there. Okay, fun. Oh, I feel so accomplished. Right? And now I've got a couple of cuties to put over in my gutters. Vera Higgins. It's still bugging me. I'm thinking Sedum Vera Jameson is my ground cover sedum in my lemon pot. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm rambling. Let's go take a look at the surprise. You ready, guys? Come on with us. So I am myself and Team DFS, we are doing an installation next week in Del Mar for a collector. You will recognize her garden. We've been there multiple times, but Shelly is ready for some more fun stuff. And so I bought her some collectibles. I went to Planter's Paradise in El Cajon today. Robert had brought in a bunch of really rare and unusual plants, and I got lucky. So take a look. Look what I got for Shelly. And Shelly, if you're watching, spoiler alert, avert your gaze. Okay, we have a San Pedro crest, right? And here is another spiralis. Fabulous is that. This is a mammillaria. And this caught my eye immediately because of the bloom. Can you even? Look at that. Look at those. They're almost black. And they're kind of like Hoya, aren't they? The bloom itself. This is called Caralluma acutangula, which means nothing to me. It's very kind of euphorbia-esque looking, but I'm a real purple girl, and all of this purple, and then that deep, deep purple flower. Oh, wow. I mean, wow. Then I also got, this was the only one Robert had of the Eulchinia castanea spiralis, this plant, this cactus that looks like, it's just segments, and it's a little beat up. See, it had some scale, but I don't care. It's still amazing, and I think that Shelly will still appreciate it. The new growth is gorgeous. Just such a cool plant. And this is a Ficus benjamina bonsai, which, isn't a succulent, but who wouldn't want that in their collection? I don't know who. Shelly is also loves turtles, so I got, oh, you're over there? The booby cactus, the totem. You looking at the totem? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then this turtle, because she collects and loves tortoises and turtles, and she also loves talavera. I thought I would put one of the mammillarias in there for her. Yeah, so that's really fun and exciting. I've got definitely got some plant envy here, and if you are within a, you know, driving distance of Planter's Paradise in El Cajon, California, remember they are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, but this is just a sampling of some of the fabulous things that that Robert had today. So he thought that the top of this mammillaria looked like a monkey. What do you think? See the eyes and the mouth? Isn't that so fun? Yeah, just fun, fun, fun. So I'm really super excited to deliver these to Shelly so that she can get them potted up in her custom pots. I think she's going to plot. We're also going to be putting in landscape specimens there too. So be sure to tune in next week for the Collector's Garden installation in Del Mar. And have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. This has been so much fun. I sure love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. This has been Laura of Design for Serenity with Sunday Funday and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.